Hello and welcome to an amazing podcast where Mirai Shinkai, or the future is great.
Oh.
Mirai Shinko, there we go. I saved it. I got the opening. And if you haven't noticed, we are reviewing Chainsaw Man Episode X and Episode Y.
10 and 11.
Yep.
Favorite Pokemon games.
I know, right? Always a Z person myself.
So it's bad enough to be spoiled about Chainsaw Man, like just being on Twitter or online, but to be spoiled about Chainsaw Man within Chainsaw Man is so unfortunate, you know?
I know, right? God damn.
Wait, what do you mean?
The Future Devil just giving us spoilers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Truly the most dangerous of them all.
Yep.
Do you believe him? Do you guys actually think Aki will die? And if so, do you have any theories about how?
Riding a rocket motorcycle, kamikazing it into the gun devil while heavy metal music plays in the background while he's wielding a building-sized katana.
Okay,
if you were the future devil, I would definitely see why you would want to why you would make that deal with Aki.
Are you kidding me? I would love to see that in first person.
Yeah, I know. That's why that's like your ideal.
I know. Sorry.
Okay, I think here's my theory. Aki is either going to be killed by the gun devil, whilst killing them, or actually I don't know if the gun devil's gonna be a big bad. I don't know. That, or he's gonna like make a contract with the gun devil or something like that. And that like as he's dying or something. Like that's my theory.
I would be so
It's
down
out
for
there.
that. I mean, if you want to get really crazy, what if like the gun devil uses Aki's body and becomes like the gun fiend?
Oh yeah, I guess that would be a better way of putting that. Yeah.
Whoa, that would be insane. Those are some good theories. It's funny. I love the fact that I have such a bad memory because I actually,
You don't know.
believe it or not, don't remember. So this is good.
You're like the perfect manga reader because you get to like experience the story first. You can't spoil it for anyone, and then when the anime comes out, you could have like both versions.
Exactly, because this really happens like the worst when the series is really good, because when the series is good, I'll binge it in like a couple days. Like Chainsaw Man, I read it in a couple days, and that's why I forgot so much because it just happened so
How do you and Cecilia have like a Men in Black neuralizer like put on you every time
I mean,
you watch something?
I'm nowhere near Cecile's level, but I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, it's Cecilia. It was like we would watch an episode, right? And then like she would just forget everything that happened in that episode.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, that's the thing. I honestly think the faster you go through it, the more likely you are to forget, because that's why Cecile like it's like Cecile will watch the episode and then 2 minutes later we're reviewing it and it's like, what show are we reviewing again?
Yeah, 'cause you guys read it so fast, like it's just like like you have like the worst. You don't absorb anything. It's just like you just like take the page and you just like flip book it like you're trying, like it's an anime or something like that.
Well, when I watch something, I have to give it my fullest attention. I
Same.
cannot multitask. Like I have to, even if it's something really shitty that I hate. Like if I am doing like if I'm watching Bleach and I'm doing something else, I'm just not going to remember anything that happened with Bleach. So it's like I have to focus on it, or else I'm going to glean nothing from it. And my thought process is like, why waste the time of not focusing on it?
Right.
Anyways, we should talk about Chainsaw Man specifically instead of shitting on Friends.
You guys need to stop using a neuralizer as a bookmark, okay?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Affecting your reading comprehension. But yeah,
we jumped ahead to the juiciest part, but do you guys want to start back on episode 10?
Sure.
I love their I love the guy training them, but I really wish there was more like filler with him. Like I'm just picturing, like I really would have loved it if there was just an episode where he's just like I'm gonna try to kill you, but I won't tell you when it's gonna happen. And he just appears at random times and just murders them. It's like Power's just like going to like the refrigerator to get something to drink, and then all of a sudden she opens it and he's just sitting there in the field position with a gun.
It's like they're in the middle of another arc. He just pops out like in the middle of it, kills them, leaves, no explanation.
Like they're about to go order food, like an old lady brings in their dish. They call back for more water, and like he comes in dressed like the old lady and just guns them down. Denji's like asleep in bed, dreaming of Makima. He opens his eyes, like he sees he's being held by like the dude, snaps his back and throws him out the window. But yeah, what are you guys about to say? Chainsaw Man needs more content, okay? This could have been 24 episodes, you bastards. How are you making me want more? Like, we finally got rid of filler. Why am I wanting more? Stop proving One Piece right.
I don't feel like I need to see more filler for Kishibe specifically because I don't know. He's not that interesting to me. I mean, I don't dislike him, but like, I don't necessarily like him all that much either.
Right.
I feel like I've seen his character type a lot before, so. Yeah.
I mean, you're watching Shonen, so I'm pretty sure you saw a lot of these character types before.
True.
By the way, the edgy rival, like, third, like, party member who has a magical eye ability.
Oh, wow. This is getting too uncanny.
I mean, I don't want to bash it for that because it's shonen, and I think like when things work, it's fine to imitate them. And I do think Aki is a pretty nice character. So just me being a troll.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that though until you said it because I hadn't realized that it's also. I guess you can say that for any eye power. I guess.
Wait, what is he basing that off of? What character are you saying is based off of?
Sasuke from Naruto.
Sasuke again. We already made that comparison.
Kurapika. Kurapika.
That's the next one we review. Boruto. Oh my god! Look, put on your calendar, guys. I'm making these guys watch Boruto.
If this video reaches 2 likes, we're going to be doing Boruto.
Yep. The final season of Boruto.
Back to the episode. But yeah, I think I agree with you, Modi. I'm happy with the amount of like stuff we're getting from him. I think it would have been funny to have him like pop up randomly as like a gag, but I think how it is like I think he's fine. I like him, but I don't know if I want to say I want more of him or not. But whereas with Himeno and Ari, I would have liked like a little bit more before their deaths because I think that it could have been more interesting. But you know,
yeah. The bad part is like they established that a lot of the other members of the special division were living with fiends, so we never got to see how like the fiends were reacting to it or how like they were living with one another.
Reacting to what?
Like their handlers being killed off.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like they would probably all just pretty much treat it the same way Power would. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because like Denji even made the point that he doesn't really care about anybody, and like that part of it might have been part of his transformation is that he just kind of like loses. I mean, part of it's probably he only knew most of these people for like a day max. But
I do kind of like the dichotomy of like Power being more like a cat and then Denji being more like a dog.
Yeah, I
never realized that.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I like that. I especially liked episode 10. Even though it wasn't really fillerish, it was kind of like a slower paced.
Yeah.
It was like a breather episode, right? And you get to like really, I like the fact that because like so far it's been moving pretty fast, the series. So I would expect them to kind of just like keep pushing on forward pretty quickly after Himeno died. But they pretty much took that episode to like absorb it. They spent a lot of time with like Aki, just
his grief,
getting to terms, being in grief about her death, and then that part when his what's her name, Himeno's sister came and gave him the letter. That's good. Like it adds a lot more to the relationship retrospectively, almost to the point where to me, it kind of gets rid a little bit of that need for more filler stuff between Aki and Himeno, because it's like it adds another dimension to it, because it's like, wow, you found out that like she was like pretty desperate to get him out of the hunter group or whatever they're called, and he might even feel a little bit guilty about that. No, not that it changes anything, but yeah.
It's sad, and I do like the whole him crying over Himeno. I think that was good. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I like how they are giving it like more after her death. I still would have liked to see more of like the group dynamic, I guess. Outside of like demon hunting. I think we get plenty with Aki and Himeno, but it's just like with the other characters, it would have been nice to see them do more, just like normal stuff. Or even just like go on more missions together to form more of a bond, so that when the whole like the mass wiping of the entire Division 4 happens, it would have been like a little bit more impactful. Yeah, the Red Wedding. It's like the Red Wedding, but if they introduced like the characters like the chapter before. It's like it's sad still, but it would have been nice if the characters had more time to. We got to see more of them, and also they got more of a chance to interact with each other.
That's right. I made a Game of Thrones reference. I'm hip.
I almost spoiled it by saying the character specifically, but not that I don't think our audience overlaps with people who would read Game of Thrones, but yeah.
Wait, Game of Thrones was a book?
I think you'd be surprised.
I thought it was like Harry Potter.
They're in the same universe.
Oh my God.
I also like the fact that they didn't they didn't gloss over the fact that Denji didn't really have a reaction to Himeno's death. I forgot which one of you guys also talked about this, but they made it a point to talk about the fact that he had no reaction, which also I wouldn't have been surprised if they had just pushed past that and just been like, because that's just how Denji is. So I'm glad that they made that a point. And because I have such a bad memory, I don't remember if that actually builds into something like relating to his character arc later on or not. But yeah, it might be. It might do that.
Like the characters in the show are so fascinating. It's weird. It's like I feel like the only character I'm really attached to right now is probably Aki, because he does fit that like protagonist like mold. And I don't know, I just feel like I have the hardest time trying to connect with like Denji for some reason.
I think I agree with that to an extent. Like I think it's harder to relate to Denji and Power because the way they react things is so different. And I mean, like that's what the show's going for. Like Kashibe, whatever was his name, whatever. He even like mentions that like you two are fucking freaks. So
welcome to the team.
Yeah, like good. I'm glad about that. But it also just kind of makes them pretty. It makes them pretty like I understand them, and I don't really care about them as much as some of the other characters. They're like I do like them. I think they're funny. But like I feel less invested about both their like safety and what it goes, and that also leaves the show a good opportunity though to like surprise the audience with that with both of them, like give them something, give them some more depth in areas that we might not expect. It's not that it's like bad; it's just like right now they're hard to relate to.
Yeah. Which again this is such a gem. This feels like such a weird, fascinating show to me. Like, I never seen a shonen where I was just like, let me think about this. You know? Like, I watched, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was just like, oh, yay, best friendle guy, punch plant person, yay, next.
Shonen is a lot better if you don't think about it. It's a better watch if you just don't think about what you're watching.
Yeah. Like, I feel like thinking about Chainsaw Man, but I don't feel like it detracts from the series.
Yeah.
Still, again, world building is... Chainsaw Man has such a fascinating, weird power scaling to it. Because it feels like all of the characters are either made of paper or walking nukes.
Well, it's like the difference between the fiends and the devil hunters. The devil hunters, you could just take a gun and shoot them, or if you like throw them against the wall, or like their contracts are so like there's such a huge downside to all their contracts. Like if Himeno just uses like her entire thing, she just dies, I guess, or like Aki's like takes half of his like lifespan, or something like that. But with like fiends, they're invincible, and they can do like a lot more than what like devil hunters can do. And it's not like a flaw of the show necessarily. It's just like a little bit of a like difference between the characters. Unless you're Kobeni and you're just like naturally a god.
I feel like that's kind of the issue though, because we have a whole scene of just the other like fiends just going in tearing up crap.
Yeah,
but it really does kind of detract from the human characters a bit, because we never really seen them like we never see a human take down a devil on this show, do we?
Unless, do you want to count Aki?
Technically, you could say in the very first episode, but yeah, no.
No, Aki uses Fox to kill the leech thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I thought I thought when he said human, he meant like just a human being a devil just on his own.
Okay.
Like with a conventional like weapon or something like that.
Yeah, no. Actually, even in the first episode, no, because Denji was using Pochita.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess not. But it is a thing, though, because there is a whole sect of like private devil hunters, and they pretty much hunt like the easier devils, and I'm pretty sure they don't do contracts for the most part. And I'm pretty sure also that we will get more stuff, like they'll become like a more prominent part of the story later on.
That would be a very interesting kind of theming to it, because one thing I praise Demon Slayer for, but also derive it for like underutilizing, is the whole aspect of, yeah, we're just humans, we're fighting these superhuman crazy ass monsters head on with our like physical ability and our skills and our wits. And I would really like it if they ran with that more.
I would hate it, because I feel like the whole rest of the series is trying to be, this is going to sound crazy, but I feel like it's trying to be realistic in a lot of ways. I feel like if it broke realism in that way, it would ruin it, in my opinion.
In my feeling, I would see it in like sort of like a tactical, or like how Kishibe does it. Like they wouldn't be going at it head on, but you would have someone just like Attack on Titaning it, just using grappling hooks, just dodging around with it, and just zipping and weaving.
Okay, yeah. If they created like a specific system, but like I could see it. But if they're just going in with, if they're just regular humans and they just have like super strength and stuff like that, I wouldn't like it unless it came with the excuse of I have devil powers like it is now. But yeah,
like I see it as a human at like peak physical condition, using whatever like tech this world has to sort of inch themselves further to getting an edge.
D, that's an interesting show, but I just don't think that's what this show is. Like that's an interesting way you could take this to like make a different show, but I just don't think that's what they're doing here.
Also, the other thing I wish this show had more world building. Yeah. Because we established that like you have actual devils like living amongst humans. I want to know how that works, because like they establish a really interesting hierarchy where like there are some devils who, instead of like eating humans, just make contracts with them to like have like symbiotic relationships. So like, how does that work?
Well, there's going to be a lot more world building in the next part. Obviously not going to be in this season, but actually I don't know if I can really, like, I would say the world building that's coming up is like it's lateral, it's like spread out world building, but it doesn't actually go that deep, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a weakness of like the format, it being like a Shonen Jump series, so it's more concerned with like the moment to moment action instead of like diving too much into like taking slower moments that sort of explain how the world works, kind of?
Yes.
No, I think that's just Fujimoto, because I think they're a series that actually put like One Piece is not a series that skimps on world building whatsoever.
Right.
I think it's just the author.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, every shonen I've seen, they're kind of like that, where they're very laser focused on the main characters and not the world they live in. So, like, sometimes the world can just like form around them since they don't really have proper like world building. But yeah,
what I found a lot of the time in manga series is that you'll see a lot of the authors, you can tell the way they write is that they just write about, or they just focus on telling a story around whatever it is that they're most interested in actually drawing. So when I look at My Hero Academia, I could tell this is a guy who just wants to draw a bunch of characters and like he wants to write a story around that. I look at Hunter x Hunter and I see like an author who wants to draw a whole bunch of like games and puzzles and stuff, right? I One Piece, it's obviously someone who just wants to draw a huge world with a whole bunch of shit happening. And then there are authors who want to draw a specific story and then everything fits around that. So I think, but one thing I notice is it goes to what you're saying, man, which is in a lot of Shonen Jump series, it seems like a lot of them care more about drawing cool characters and situations and fights and then crafting stories around that. That's what I feel.
That's the perfect way to describe My Hero. It's like the author like was or the artist was just like scribbling doodles, and they're like, oh, I like the way that this character looks, I'm gonna put them in an arc, make them do some cool shit, and then move on to, because I got bored of that character, so let me draw another one. That's what it feels like watching that show. And I can see that a lot. Even with this one, I could totally see them being like, okay, I want to introduce new characters because I'm tired of drawing these. I'm going to kill off these two characters right away. And then be like, oh, but Violence Fiend looks super cool.
Yep.
So, I could definitely see the author of Chainsaw Man just doing that.
Oh man, the details on his mask is like, it's too much, kind of axe him off.
I like how Violence Fiend looks, and I like the shark dude. And even though we've not gotten enough of them at all yet for me to make a decision on my like thoughts about them, but I mean they look like fun, I guess.
Shark Fiend is one of my favorite characters. I'm so mad that we're not going to get him in this season because oh my god, he is the best. He is just, you guys are going to love him. I'm sure about it. Like I think I can't wait till next season.
I've seen I've seen manga panels. I am excited.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's going to be insane. I love Shark Fiend, and I mean I like all of them too. I like Angel Fiend. He's like chill.
Yeah.
Violence Fiend, I also like him. He's cooler. He's way cooler in the anime than he is in the manga, and I think that's mostly because you can actually see him enacting violence in the anime. In the manga, you just and then Spider. I don't really care at all about Spider Devil. I forgot. Everything about
Violence Fiend didn't wake up and choose violence. Violence Fiend woke up and became violence.
Exactly. I also, what do you guys think about, I just have a comment about, I don't know if you guys want to talk more in depth about Samurai Sword and what's her name? I forgot her name.
Snake Girl.
Snake Woman, yeah.
Katana Man and Snake Lady.
Yeah, I feel like Katana Man is trying really, really hard to not be an NPC, but that's all I can see him as. Like, he's failing. He's failing. Because every single time he opens his mouth and he just repeats his, like, little backstory about his grandpa, I'm just like, bro, like, it's not working. Yeah. I don't care.
Just give up. You're an NPC, dude.
Yeah.
Here's your repeated line. Go in the corner.
I will avenge my grandfather.
Honestly,
my grandfather, prepare to die.
Yeah, that's the thing. Those two could be so much more interesting than the writing actually is. But yeah, I think I agree. Like, I like the way they look, and I like the. I think you're right. Yeah, I don't think they're actually that as interesting as you'd think they would be.
I mean, again, it kind of goes back to you like, oh man, this character would be a Katana Man would be super fun to draw. Okay, I'm bored with him.
I'm bored with him. Bring in the next one.
That's actually so true. Yeah,
Oh
I think
man,
Snake
an
Woman is.
X-Man.
I think Snake Woman's cooler than him, but
Yeah.
like but she's just like I can't really say much about her because there's just like she's just so mysterious, and I don't even remember the outcome of this fight, so I don't remember if she lives or dies. And if she lives, I hope we find out more. I think I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway.
I have a question. So is
Yeah.
part of the Snake Devil's ability to like steal other devils? Like, why is Ghost Devil not working for her?
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm guessing
just-
it's probably
yeah.
something we'll figure out in like the next
Next episode.
Yeah,
Maybe.
That's a
maybe
broken
not.
ass ability. If so,
it is.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't find out. But yeah, whenever you see
It's
things
all
like that,
only
right?
for like, dude, it only cost her like a fingernail too. Like,
No, okay, that's exactly what. Yeah, because when you see things like that, it makes me wonder what did she actually give up? Because her body seems fine, right?
Yeah.
So what did she give up
Fingernail.
for this crazy power? And then the same thing I think with Makima. What did Makima give up? Because wait,
if
I
it's
don't
her
know what
soul,
Makima's
I'm gonna like bash my head against the wall.
I feel like
Yeah.
Makima's just a fucking demon or something. she's
Maybe,
because Shibi brought the point up that I talked about last week is where you said like, did you know about it? And then she's like, well, I was attacked, and it's like, yeah, I don't know about
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I think we'll see.
Yeah.
Also,
I guess that's all I
really
can
enjoyed that whole moment with her and like the Yakuza too.
Oh yeah, true.
Worst DoorDash ever.
Yeah, what did you think about I don't know. I feel trapped. I feel like I can't really say anything
can't
because
say
I
much
know
without
some
spoiling.
stuff here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked that moment too. Makima's a badass. Like
Mhm.
it's cool when I can't say that either. I'm just gonna stop talking. You guys say something.
She's such an effective, I won't say a protagonist, antagonist, hero, villain, but she's just an effective character because
Yeah.
she has such a intimidation and presence to her
Mm-hmm.
that it's so insane. I also love the fact that she looks like the main character she looks like a psychotic alternate universe version of the main character from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh, that is so true. That is so true.
The other thing I
Wow.
really do, one thing I'm a little mixed on is her ability, air quotes, because it does feel like it changes here and there.
Well, it's hard to say because I
And-
don't know what her ability is, so I can't say anything about it. Like,
Yeah, because that's the issue, because it could either be like something really smart or like that has like a really crazy like multi-purpose thing to it, like
Mhm.
her devil lets her control gravity or something, so she was just like forcing
Like,
the
compressing
person's
them.
blood down to like have them start making nosebleeds and everything. Or it could be something like whatever the writer feels like at the moment or time to make her look cool.
Hey, maybe it's like a chaos devil or something where she can just affect like random outcomes in a way. Like I don't, but that's kind of similar-ish to what the future devil.
Yeah.
That like just I know he just can't tell the future, but I don't know. I'm
Future
interested to
devil-
see what if she has a contract, if she is a devil. Like I don't know.
Future Devil is easily my favorite character out of this entire thing so far.
Were you guys surprised when you found out that there was a future devil? Like, did that seem like kind of too abstract? Or you're like, oh, makes sense.
No, I mean we've
I
gotten
was
the Eternity
spoiled
Devil,
by
so
that.
he's
I
in
was
the
spoiled by
intro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We even
I didn't
talked
know
about
what that character
yeah.
was. I was just like Chainsaw Man opening, and it's just like Future Devil jamming out. I was like, "Fucking YouTube, why? Let me enjoy something."
He do be jamming out though, and I like that.
Mhm.
What do you think about his design, his character design?
Probably my favorite devil design in this.
It's pretty
I think it's so weird. I don't get it. I don't know if I can call it good because I just like.
You get it because the
okay.
future, because the multiverse branches out, and he's a tree with branches.
Oh, wait.
that makes
sense.
sense.
That makes sense actually.
The
Mhm.
big eye,
Yep.
Yeah.
chest.
Yeah, I like his personality though. He's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, I would love it if, like, his contract was every week you have to, like, go with him into, like, a crowded street corner and just scream, "Future is great! Mirai Shinko! Mirai Shinko!"
They should set up, like, a WWE match between the Future Devil and the Past Devil. That would be interesting.
The Future Devil was just like, "Go to hell, Boomer!" There's a generational like gap in everything.
It's doing TikTok dances.
Past Devil was just like, "Back in my day, we devils didn't make contracts with anyone."
Do you guys have any theories as to why Denji is being hunted right now by the Gun Devil?
I'm guessing
because that's very weird.
So what I'm thinking is the Gun Devil had a grudge against the Chainsaw Devil, aka Pochita. So they had a fight. Chainsaw Devil got mortally wounded, and basically split off into Pochita. And after Denji saved him and made the contract, he stayed in the little like potato dog form. And basically, Gun Devil was trying to like finish its unfinished business with the Chainsaw Devil.
Are you saying the Gun Devil is also in like their own Pochita form?
I would love that. Oh my god.
It would be hilarious in the reveal, and it's like this little like round dog thing with the gun in its head instead of a chainsaw.
It would be like a chihuahua.
Yeah, it's like still like has like a menacing voice and whatnot, but it's like a little chihuahua.
Oh my god. And like everyone acknowledges it too, and like they don't play it off. It's just like, dear God.
Take me seriously, please.
Also,
no, they all just take it seriously too.
Yeah, go on.
This is a question I should have asked, like, episode 1, but are people actually scared of chainsaws? Like, is it actually something that's scary?
I think so.
I don't know if it's like the same degree as the other devils, though.
Mm.
Yeah, because, like, honestly, I'm more scared of
tomatoes?
Spiders than Am I? No, I'm not, I guess. Okay,
like, if someone, like, held a spider to your face versus holding a chainsaw, what would make you more afraid?
Well, that's more of a question to ask, like, the unit, because technically more people are scared of spiders than chainsaws, I'd say.
I would say I would be more scared if it was the... Okay, I'm not going to say spider. I'm going to say let's change it to tarantula, because that's more realistic.
Yeah.
I would be more scared if it was tarantula. If it was a chainsaw, I guess I would be, like, scared for my life on, like, a primal level, but I wouldn't be... You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be scared like I would be... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway.
Like, you wouldn't want, like, turned off chainsaw isn't scary, but tarantula is always kind of creepy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's weird to call because, like, how many people are scared of ghosts as opposed to, like, katanas, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like a weird thing.
Same thing, actually.
Or like...
scared of a katana.
Like
that's
snake,
why katana...
You know? Sorry, go on.
I'm sorry. No, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Or like people are. I can see why snakes are so high because like there's a lot of snakes throughout the world. And people are like scared of them, even though like they're not that like harmful. But because I'm guessing it was based on is what like people like the amount of people that are afraid of it. Like just kind of general. Like of course if you had a fork and you were stabbing it with someone, they'd be afraid of like a fork in that moment, but generally people aren't scared of forks, so there wouldn't be like a fork devil, right?
See, that's the thing I appreciate about Jujutsu Kaisen, because the main villains being based off of like human fears of other humans, fears of volcanoes, fears of the ocean, fears of the forest, that all makes perfect sense and it lines up really well. But Chainsaw Man feels very inconsistent because, like, I don't think the concept of eternity is all that scary.
What? I think it's.
I think it is.
I think it is. I think it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, look. We have Overlord Ruler D here who's gonna rule for eternity over all of the universe.
Exactly.
Great.
It sounds awesome.
What if they just like defeated devils with statistics? They'd be like shark devil, like shark fiend is reduced in power, and people are like, actually, there's like barely any shark attacks a year. so you don't have to worry about.
You're
them
more
at all.
likely to die from a car crash than shark, and then you'll see the car devil like grow,
become
immediately.
like start shrinking.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And also, that made me realize this explains why Katana Man can't escape NPC status, because no one's scared of katanas. Like everyone thinks katanas are cool.
It's such a weird, because some of them are specific and some aren't. Like the snake devil. Like there's different types of snakes. Like which snake, but also like the katana devil. Like why aren't they like the sword devil? Like why is it specifically katana?
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Like, they're all in a fight, and all of a sudden, like, Makima has, like, a huge, like, press outlet just published, like, this is how many people have been killed by katanas in the past 500 years. And he just melts. Like, and they'd be like, come on, tune in about 5 minutes. We tell you about how only 1% of the snake species are actually poisonous. And then just Snake Devil just evaporates.
Yeah. Ghosts aren't real.
Yeah. Do you guys have any thoughts on Aki versus Snake Woman?
We didn't get Aki versus Snake Woman. We got Aki versus Ghost Devil.
True.
So I have a few things about that fight where that I liked and kind of didn't. So there are a lot of like really fun things about the animation where the choreography was really good, and one of the things I really enjoyed how a lot of the time Aki wasn't really slicing; he was just holding his stance and then using like the impact of the attack to actually split the limb in half. So he would just block, and then the limb would just get split because his stance was stronger than the attack, which I really enjoyed. But him just getting choked out. What?
No. Go ahead. I just realized that, and yeah.
But him just getting choked out adds to that whole like porcelain cannon feeling I have with all the human characters.
Well, that's another thing. Why did they
like,
why is Aki going after the really powerful people while all the actual like useful fiends are staying? But like Aki is kind of weak
because Aki has like a suicide.
I know he's probably fucking pissed right now because he's especially after they took Himeno, but it's just like like he couldn't have like brought Shark with him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because honestly, he's got his ass kicked like every time we've seen him. So
that's the other thing. Like he just got the power up too, so you would think they would at least give him some moment to shine. Like he didn't even take down the thugs that were like cornering him.
Okay, but this goes exactly to what I mean about this series actually low key being realistic. Because even you said it, his power up. With all the power-ups he got, the most he was able to do was, like, hold off the Ghost Devil for, like, a couple minutes before the Ghost Devil. I feel like that's okay. That's reasonable, expected. And it also makes sense why they always hunt devils in groups, you know? Because, of course, not one person's going to be able to do that much damage.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point, but also makes... that also, like, the part that weighs out with that is then you have to then judge the character's decision-making and how intelligent it makes them look.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's completely fair to say that he was, like, pissed off and also, like, maybe cocky slightly because he just signed a contract with the Future Devil. But I don't know. It's still weird to send him after the two
boss.
most powerful... Yeah, like the... who by the like one shot the Ghost Devil earlier, like you think they just send like one of your invincible people after them. I don't know.
Right.
But also this is the same guy who literally wants to kill the Gun Devil, so
yeah, so then why is he wasting his life on
wife?
True.
His wife already got wasted. Then why is he why is he that sacrificial yet when he's got to be alive to kill the Gun Devil?
True, but then again, these people are working on... I mean, their whole grand plan, right, is to like get the people under the Gun Devil to get the little bullet things so that they can,
that's true,
you know, get to the Gun Devil. And these people are under the Gun Devil, so...
I also love the fact that if this took place in America, the Gun Devil will be doing literally nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, he's selling guns for like what, $200? That's pretty good. That's a pretty damn good
know.
price.
I was like, what? $200?
Like, dead ass. The Gundam will be a religious figure in the U.S.
He would literally be the NRA mascot.
I mean,
He'd be the NRA Pope.
I could see that, honestly. Yeah, just his loyal follower.
The Gundam will be president.
No, that's actually true. That's what it would actually be. Actually, that's the plot twist. That's what's playing at the end of the series. Okay. Do you guys have anything else? I think I've said everything I want to say.
I'm trying to think through the episode still, see if I can remember any other stuff. But I mean, yeah, going back to the point where I just think, I don't think they've given like Aki or a lot of the other side characters, except for maybe Kobeni, any like cool stuff to do yet. So right now, like our impression of Aki is he's just kind of awake.
That's the same thing with all of them. Like Denji,
I don't have that impression.
Like Denji's the only main character that had, like aside from Makima, to have any confirmed W's.
Yeah, like it was hard to gauge. Like again, we should have gotten that extra arc of them like using their powers more. Like even for someone like Himeno or Ari, like it would have been nice to know how powerful they were before they were actually just killed off, because we don't actually get to see them use any of their contracts in an actual like combat situation that wasn't like a either like a self-sacrifice, or actually Ari we don't even get to see him like do anything. Besides, like, almost get threatened a lot. So,
yeah.
You know. It just no point of reference. Like, I'm sure they're probably actually more powerful than they put up. But honestly, I don't know how. Actually, no, they already make the point in the show that Devil Hunters just die all the time. So I guess it makes sense.
I can definitely see your point about the point of reference, though.
Yeah,
that's actually very uncharacteristic for a shonen, but. I mean, I have my thoughts about whether or not this is even shonen, but anyway, yeah, that is interesting.
Well, there's an interesting like I think it's like called like the wharf trope or something, where they take like a typically like powerful character and then they put them against like every bad guy and have them like lose a lot to show you how powerful the bad guy is.
That's what Kishibe is supposed to be, so maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess at this point we're maybe like almost 40% through the series, so I guess we should have seen that by now. The point of reference. But yeah, maybe we'll see it next week. Who knows?
That's true.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm good for right now.
Yeah, I mean, I might be missing something, but I guess that's good for now.
I just have one more thing, which is that even though Denji says like he wouldn't care if Power died, it's clear that their friendship is growing and that like they click well. So
yeah,
one of my favorite parts about Chainsaw Man is the Denji Power friendship. I like that.
It's a fun dynamic. Like, even though I said I wasn't really invested too much in both of them, I think it's always like fun to watch them share one brain cell.
When they hatched that when they made that plan to try to take out Kishibe like a smart anime character would,
and they were just wearing glasses.
They were just like wearing glasses this time. Yeah.
They're the best, man.
Yeah, I would have loved it if there was no like tactic to it. They were just wearing glasses and just charged head first, and it was like, these didn't make us smart at all.
That would actually be way funnier. That's true. The fact that I actually can't figure out who came up with that plan, because no way Power did it and no way Denji did it. So how did they come up with that?
Well, Denji didn't really do anything besides like pop out at the end. So I feel like Power probably thought about putting the blood bottles at the top, because I doubt Denji pays any attention towards what the people on his team can do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so shouts out to them. All right, so yeah, that's been our review. Do you guys ratings? I don't know my rating yet, so one of you go first.
I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I thought. Matt? Oh, sorry. I thought the animation was good. I thought the story structure of everything was good. I like the character interactions. So all in all, good time.
Okay. Matt, rating?
I think it's been pretty it's like pretty expected episodes of like what we normally get with this show. So, but I mean, like, everything's always like the animation's always good. I don't even have to like mention it at this point. And also like I do like some of the stuff they do with some of the character work. Of course, I have like my own like preferences I wish they would do sometimes, or like other directions I think they could take it that I personally think would be more interesting. But like as it is, like I can't fault them for like not doing what I specifically want. So probably like an 8
even
or
though
7.5.
it's correct.
Yeah. I think like an 8 or 7.5 out of 10.
Oh wow! For a second, I thought you gave it an 8.5, and I was gonna say for the first time, I'm gonna have a lower score. But yeah, I would also give it an 8, and I pretty much think the exact same thing as you, Matt. Like, it's a pretty run of the mill episode.
Yeah.
Good, great as usual, but yeah, just like nothing like too crazy. Next week's the finale, so I'm sure that's gonna be really good.
I honestly,
so usually.
Oh, sorry. I kind of want to bring up a thing before we end the episode. Is I wonder if the pacing would have been better if they like almost switched to like. I don't know how they're going to do anything in the last episode that was more interesting than like what happened before. Like I wonder if they should have had their big moment where everyone gets killed Godfather style, like at the like end of the season. Because I'm not feeling as hyped for this next episode as I like should be, because I feel like we already did our big moment and we're just kind of winding down to the end.
Because the other problem I think is all of the characters involved, we kind of know they're probably going to live.
Yeah.
And everyone else involved, like half, I would say, 2/3 of the people involved are just introduced in this one climax. So
it feels like the cleanup to a party rather than like the climax of the party. It's like it's done and we're just kind of cleaning up. Which isn't like bad. It's just like I wonder if the pacing would be more interesting if you had your big moment at the very end of the season.
Yeah. See, I would be down with that. So instead of these like 2 episodes, last 2 episodes being like the training arc, you actually use those to build up everyone, and then last 2 episodes is the whole like Katana Man attack scene.
I feel like that's definitely true, and I agree with you now. But I feel like if someone had told me that this is how that they were going to write the season that way before the anime came out, I'd have been like, wow, they're messing it up. Of course they're not going to follow the manga. Of course they're going to add their dumb filler episodes. You know, that's what I probably would have thought. But yeah, I think you guys are right about that.
Yeah, I think they're wrong for it. I think they're just following the manga, and like the manga, I don't think probably knew about when the season like the anime seasons were gonna end, but it's
plus
just
manga
like,
just doesn't have luxury for filler.
Well I mean it's not even filler, it's just like the placement of things, and like it would have been really interesting if the last arc we had like a bunch of major characters die and a bunch of twists happen, but those already happened. I mean, they could surprise me next episode, but I feel like it's also going to be pretty standard for the last episode.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about standard. Because I'm pretty sure the next episode is going to be finishing off this arc that we're in right now, the Katana Man arc, I guess. Yeah. So I would assume the last episode would be hype of like the last part of any story would be hype. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they were gonna finish it, but I just think a lot of the sort of major beats of the story like kind of already happened, and I almost wish that like. They almost like didn't like finish off those 2 characters like now, but I mean like I am like over them. Like I'm fine if they move on from like these 2 villains. But it's just like been like awkward like not pacing but just like placement of things, I guess.
You know, honestly, if they cut out the previous 2 episodes and they just opened up the first season right here, where boom, we're doing a counterattack on these guys who killed all of our friends, and now we have all these new characters, it would have been a good starting point.
But I don't know. For the season 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I could see that, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
All right. No, I'm good. yeah, so that's been our review of episodes 10 and 11 of Chainsaw Man. That was so quick. It feels like it just went by really quickly.
Yeah.
I guess, so next week is episode 12, but next week we'll be doing Bleach. So I guess the final episode, our final review for Chainsaw Man for this season is going to be the week after next. And next week will be the last 2 episodes of Bleach. So that should be pretty hype. Yep. So yeah, thank you for watching.
Wait. Bleach's ending in 2 episodes?
Yep. So you get 3 episodes this upcoming week.
Wait, how is it end? How do there's not enough for them to end with 2 episodes?
So what's happening is it's ending for now, pretty much.
Like a little break between. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It'll probably come back next season, like in the summer or something like that, or spring. I forget.
This is like Attack on Titan. So this is only the first season, the final season.
Oh, my bad. I'm so foolish.
Mm-hmm.
It'll give me plenty of time to catch up with the rest of Bleach.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how you would feel about it.
I gotta watch it backwards. I gotta watch it like each season backwards. Anyways, continue with the outro.
Okay.
Stay safe, stay happy.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Modi?
I was just trying to figure out if I already said everything. I talked about Bleach and Chainsaw Man. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Bye.
Stay safe, stay happy, and remember, Mirai Shinko. I'm mispronouncing that like a motherfucker, but New Year upcoming, future's bright. Stay chill, stay happy, keep watching anime, and bye bye.